read anymore. This is Joseph. How may I help you?
Hello, Joseph. My name is Andre. I'm just calling about a robbery that happened last summer. One of your guns was stolen, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yes. Did you need to speak to my manager?
Sure. Or actually, I'd like to ask you a couple questions as well. I don't know if you're busy, but.
Yeah, I currently am. Well, actually, I'm sorry, who is this?
Oh, my name is Andre.
Okay. And you're with?
Oh, I'm just a person who lives in town. I just had some questions about the robbery last summer.
Yeah, give me a second, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for holding. This is Jasmine. How can I help you?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. You said your name was?
Jasmine?
Oh, Jasmine? Okay. Yeah, my name is Andre. I was just calling to ask a couple questions about it was a theft of a firearm that happened last summer at your store.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. I was wondering, were you there that day?
No, I was not. The only one that was here was my manager and another coworker. Would you like to speak to the manager?
Sure. I thought you were the manager. Yeah, the last person I was on the phone with, they said they were getting the manager. But yeah, I just had some questions about that. That I guess it's a robbery, is what it'd be called.
Okay.
The theft of the firearm. Yeah.
Okay, no problem, sir. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you for holding. This is Karina. How can I help you?
Hi, Karina. My name is Andre. I hope you're not busy. I just had a couple questions about the robbery that happened last summer. There was a theft of a firearm.
Yes, sir. Well, yes, I have a couple of minutes.
Yeah, one of your employees, she said that you were there that day.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay. You mind giving me like a description of what the event was like? I mean, was there like I'm guessing that this man like he didn't think someone was looking, and maybe he put his hand behind the glass to take the gun, or how did it happen?
Okay, so this was, I want to say maybe like around 10 in the morning. It was me and one of my employees. We were really slow. He was probably our first customer, so he walked in. He was wearing a hoodie. He was all black. He was wearing a mask. So he walks straight to our gun case. So he's just looking at the guns, right? So then he started asking us, what's the process of getting a gun? So then I tell him, I'm like, well, you need an ID with everything valid on it, and even for you to see it. And he's like, oh, okay. So he's like, can I see one? So then as I'm coming around, I ask him, well, can I see your ID? And he starts just patting his pockets around, and then he's just like, oh, I forgot it. And then I'm like, oh, so unfortunately, then I cannot show you a gun without an ID. And then he's like, oh, okay. So then he just still stood there. So I stood there for a little, and then I was like, well, if you have any other questions, let me know. So I walked around, and then he's just still there in the case, kind of just pacing around them, just looking at the gun case. So, I'm just looking at him, I don't know, something's just telling me, like, just keep an eye. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? He's not going to do anything. So at that moment, I turn around to grab something from the counter, and I turn back around, and I just see him come out with I guess he had like a hammer on his hoodie, like in the pocket hoodie. And I just saw the hammer come up, and then I was like, no, and he just he hit the glass with the hammer. And then he just stuck his hand in, and he just grabbed the gun and ran. So, I mean, everything just happened so quick. Like I said, when I turned back, he was already hitting the glass with something, and it broke quick. I guess he hit it really hard, so it broke quick, and he just put his hand in there, he grabbed it, and, my employee was, like, on that side of the counter, so he tried to run after him. So I was like, hey, no. I'm like, just let him go. Let him go. So he ran. So from there, we just let him run. So that's pretty much what happened there.
Wow. Yeah. I'm really glad I called because I didn't have those details about the glass being smashed. I had pictured him maybe sliding his hand in while nobody was looking and grabbing it, but the fact that he smashed with a hammer, that escalates the situation.
Yeah, it was definitely it was like a hammer for sure, that he just smashed it with, but I guess he smashed it with a lot of force because like I said, it broke with that first smash.
And did it take a lot of time and money to get that repair? How much did it cost to repair that glass case?
So it took us, I want to say it took us about a week, maybe 3-4 days to get the actual repairman to come in and repair the actual glass. And off the top of my head, I think it was around $250 that we spent on the glass. But to be honest, the day when they came to replace my glass, I wasn't here. My assistant was here, and I no longer have that assistant here. So he misplaced me the receipt. So that's why I'm having a hard time getting you guys that receipt. And then we recently, on October, just got bought out by another company, so I can't access my old emails. So I can't get that receipt. So right now I'm still trying to dig into my paperwork to see if I can find a receipt to give you guys. Because like I said, I don't know what company we used to replace the glass.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I hope that you managed to track down those records for your own personal reasons, for your own business reasons. But yeah, it's not a 5-alarm fire. I don't need to know the exact dollar amount, but you're saying it was, a couple $100, somewhere between $200 and $400 to fix that glass.
Yeah, it was around $250, I want to say. And then, that was, I think it took about 3-4 days because I was on my toes over it because it was broken glass. I couldn't take off all the glass. I was kind of scared for somebody to get hurt.
Oh, right. So it also cost the business because I guess you had to close the store for a little while. You couldn't have customers come in?
Correct. It was I want to say maybe from 10 till 3, maybe, that I had to keep the store closed. And then after that was when I was able to get it open. And still then I had to have that case kind of X'd out so people couldn't get too far into my business because I had the glass, so I couldn't get them to, get hurt because there was glasses. Couldn't completely take off all the glass. It was kind of dangerous.
Yeah. So that definitely cost your business several hours of potential customers. Yeah. So
Definitely.
That's bad.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me ask this: has there ever been any incidents like this in the past? For other times people have come in and stole. I mean, this obviously was aggravated because it was smashing glass and all that.
Right.
But do you guys regularly deal with shoplifters and stuff?
No, actually, we usually don't. I actually have a pretty good community here around that. I hardly even have any merchandise missing. I think the last time that they had an incident was I think 3 years ago, and there was some tires that they just backed up that we had outside. They backed up and just took them. But I think this is the biggest incident we've had.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like scary stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Now he sounds kind of I mean, obviously he committed this crime, but he still doesn't sound violent. I mean, he didn't shout at you or anything, did he? Did he make any type of threats?
No, there wasn't really a lot of too much interaction. Like I said, he just asked what was that he needed to do to get a gun or to see it, and then I just told him, and that was it. He didn't really say anything. There was really no much conversation. Like I said, the only conversation was, can I see it? I asked him for his ID. He just pat his pockets, and then he just told me he had left it at home. And then I just I just waited there for a little, told him that unfortunately I couldn't show him anything, and then I just walked away. And then after that, I just shouted at him no when I saw him, hitting my glass, and that was about it. After he grabbed the gun and cut himself and ran, he said nothing to us. He didn't look back.
Oh, he did cut himself, so there was like a little bit of blood left on the glass.
Oh, yeah, there was blood. There was like a little trail of blood towards the door, and maybe the door had a little bit of a splash of blood. I think he cut his hand while he tried to get the gun after he broke it.
Wow. And you said he was wearing a mask, like a COVID-19 type mask?
Yeah, like a black, COVID-19 mask, and then like a black hoodie, black pants.
Okay. And I know he was wearing a mask, but were you able to see were you able to tell it in any way if he was like maybe on some sort of drug or alcohol?
No, I could not tell, to be honest. It was just like I said, he was just covering his face. I could see was his eyes, but to be honest, I don't really recall paying too much attention and being like, oh yeah, they were bloodshot red or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right, and he wasn't like stumbling or anything like that.
No, his words, he was speaking fine. He wasn't following anything. It didn't look like he was under the influence or anything like that to me.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time of answering, some questions and giving that description. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to mention? I don't know.
No, I think I pretty much covered it all. Pretty scary situation, but I'm glad just me and my employee were okay, and that nobody got hurt on the long run. So that's about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very glad that, overall for a situation like that, it still ended pretty well because it happened quick and he left and, it didn't get any more crazy than it had to.
Right, exactly. Like the last thing I wanted was that gun to hurt anybody, you know what I mean? Especially because I'm the store manager, So, yeah, that's about it.
Now, how would the gun hurt anybody? You keep them loaded?
No, I'm just saying in general, in case, I don't know, if he had somebody out there waiting for him, with a mag or something. I don't know what he was thinking, We have gun locks on them, regardless as well, but I don't know what he was thinking, you know what I mean?
That's another, I'm glad I kept you on the phone just a little bit longer. That's another crazy part of the story is that he stole the gun, but you're saying it had a lock on it, so how would he have even been able to use it? Are those locks, are they able to be cut with a lock cutter? I thought they were pretty tough. You can't
they're gun locks where it's just, they're like a plastic lock with like a piece of metal kind of screw. I don't know how to exactly describe them to you, but I'm pretty sure there's a way for you to get it off. You know what I mean? It's just you just stick to like two little holes into it, and you turn it, and it opens. But we do put gun locks on them. All of my guns have gun locks. Everything's always locked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that it was like impossible to open, but yeah, I guess you're right. Once someone would have the gun, when it's time to themselves, they'd be able to somehow, some way get that locked off once they really tried. Yeah.
Of course.
All right. And how long did it take the police to get there when you made the call?
Maybe 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Especially because I have Horizon PD right in front of me, so it wasn't that long. I pressed my panic buttons, and then I also called 911, so they were pretty quick.
Right. Oh, and did all of this get caught on any surveillance camera?
It did, but then, like I told you previously, we did just get bought out by another company. So I don't know, we would still have access to that video. But there was. I know that I showed that surveillance video to, the detective that came by, my supervisor, there was a surveillance, but like I said, I don't know if there's we would still be able to get access to it. Because, like I said, we have a new system. I don't even have that same camera system anymore.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. So, again, thanks for answering all the questions, giving me this description. I know that you're a busy woman. You got a business to run.
Definitely.
If it's all right with you, obviously, no pressure, but I'd like to know, could I come up to your store at some point and take some pictures and video real quick of just like the store and the gun case, and if that's all right with you?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay. And yeah, my name's Andre. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. You said your name was?
My name's Karina Rocha.
Karina Rocha. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'll be up there at some point in the future and take advantage of the offer to get some pictures and video real quick of just, the layout of the store and the gun case and all that to go with, the description you gave me.
Okay, Andre. Sounds good. Perfect.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad that you and your business are doing okay.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad I was able to help.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye.